So, yeah, Metal Gear Solid Piss Wanker.
18-minute intro.
Piss Wanker, nice.
Piss Wanker.
Number 3.
Nobody blink. It's showtime. Beat 'em up, guys. It all depends on your skill. You can't give it up. Triumph or die. Go for it, man.
I had to make a supercut of my favorite
Never heard
announcer
of it.
lines from
Never
Street
heard
Fighter
of it.
Alpha 3.
That's what you decided on?
Yeah, this is what it was. It was kind of neck and neck between this and Street Fighter 4, which they're both interquels. I think fewer people know that 4 is an interquel, whereas fewer people know Alpha exists now.
Yes, yeah, that was the
So
argument
that's what we
having.
talked about. It's like,
Yeah.
I feel like Alpha's been around for so long on so many platforms. Like, but I can see you being the best Alpha player in the world and not knowing what the story is because it's not important.
But even then, it's like I think it's so clear in that one because in the Alpha games, everyone is
That's
very
true.
young. They
That's
all look
true.
Yeah,
very
yeah,
young.
That's true.
And I've played Street Fighter 4 for hundreds of hours, and I had no idea it was an interquel.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But it turns like Street Fighter Alpha 3, which I'm picking on specifically here, actually does play with the story a lot. Like it's totally unimportant almost in 1 and 2. 3 makes it a central part of the gameplay.
Yeah.
Like you will fight a different final boss depending on which character you are. You'll fight a different mid boss, and there will be story there. There'll be story at the end.
I believe there was a mandate that was going to be the last Alpha. So it was like, if you think about that from people fucking around with the story, it's like, well, you can fuck
Yeah.
around with anything up to this point.
This is our last gasp.
This is our last time. We can mess around with the story. So there, in every ending is
Yeah.
like, is this? There's very little canon in Street Fighter, period. But like, there's a lot in every ending of Alpha 3.
Yeah, actually, like having been a huge Street Fighter fan when I was a teenager, there is a lot of story here. It's just
There
that
is, but
Capcom forgets about it and
It's
chooses
told
to
when you
ignore
lose.
it.
Well, no, they don't care.
I guess there's a difference.
I said somebody else. Jesus.
I would say that it's one of the funniest things is that our Street Fighter wiki is actually all lore. It's all lore. It's
Yeah.
pretty
There's
much
a
like
ton of lore.
Yeah, it's-
especially like there's so much like manga and anime and bullshit that I will
they kinda
never
gave,
dig
they
into.
gave too many people free reins to write what happened. Like too many people to fill in the blanks, and it don't pay attention to it. It doesn't matter. None of that shit matters. The point
how
is,
dare you? How dare you?
You don't care about that. They're gorgeous. They're some of the best character designs in the universe. The second they open their mouths, I want to walk away.
Suddenly is a cop, man. That's canon.
Yes. And
Not a pianist, a
Charlie
cop.
is Chris Klein, man.
No.
I can shake my head any way you want. Irish bison.
Wow, I wonder
Jesus Christ.
Irish bison.
Irish bison.
Neil McDonough is the worst
Jesus
bison.
Christ.
Holy shit!
Oh, yes.
Never watch if you've never seen The Legend of Chun-Li. Watch it only if you have a healthy appetite for ironic entertainment.
Yeah, Bob Mackey threatened to have me on a Retronauts with that movie because I've
That
seen
is
it
a
like
threat.
3 times. It's very fun.
I think I did a scene-by-scene dissection
It's-
of everything bad in
It's
it.
grotesque,
Yeah.
but
They made Bison into an evil real estate developer. He's the villain of Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, for fuck's sake.
which is not is. Now I'm not as mad about now that it's been revealed by Fox that Dr. Doom is now a blogger, a very
What?
angry blogger.
What?
no!
By the name of Victor Domosky, who goes by Doom when he's commenting.
Shut up! Shut up!
This is all things we're extrapolating from an interview that happened this week, but it's hilarious. It is hilarious. He does not oversee Latveria. He's an angry coder.
I wonder what Alpha 3's announcer thinks of this conversation we're having.
I've never seen a battle like this.
I fucking love the voice samples
great.
in this game. I love whenever we do a Street Fighter game in these top fives because somebody on YouTube has always isolated all the voice samples, and they sound ridiculous out of context, especially this one where, let's see, you've got Birdie.
Go to heaven.
That's some sort of threat, I guess. And also hear him declare something to his opponents.
Hey, you, I'm number one.
Yeah, he's from the original. So I don't know if I said this happens after Street Fighter 1, before Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
4 takes place after 2 and before 3. So that's, useful knowledge, I guess. But
No, do not put any of that on a job application.
put it all in a job application.
No, don't.
It's on my LinkedIn already.
Also put down what Guile's about to say.
Too easy.
Too easy.
I think he was talking about how quick this gumbo went down.
Too easy.
Big Easy. Talking about New Orleans.
What's his face says that too from the King of Fighters. Geese to AJ, and it's also equivalently true.
Oh, it's in the pamphlet of popular English phrases. That's probably how it happened.
Yeah.
Here's Akuma doing Tyler's impression of anime.
Wow, that's a very accurate pull.
And Sagat describing his best friend.
Tiger Bro!
And Adon saying something that I'm pretty sure shouldn't be in the game.
This is the best segment ever. It is. I'm so excited.
My favorite is from Street Fighter IV when the announcer says, "Fists will fly at this location."
Yes.
Which is just like, we didn't want to
location.
record one for each match.
We only had this guy for 4
The
minutes.
Walmart on Divisadero on this Sunday.
Michael, who's Adon's favorite character from Robin Hood Men in Tights? Yeah, that's him.
That's a deep cut, brother.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you.
See,
Very
I was
proud of
hearing
you.
it more as asshole, but
Okay,
that's
okay.
just me.
Hold your tongue.
Where do we meet at what with Tobias from Arrested Development? The Gothic what? The Gothic... There you go.
Gothic. Yeah, I got you.
It doesn't matter. I'm not funny. Just erase my existence.
See,
But
I was just thinking of how to set up the next soundbite, which is Rolento at his victory.
Mission complete!
Yes.
That one stuck out in my
boy.
mind for some reason for years and years and years.
because he just finished his miso.
yeah, and it tasted like
Shit.
And the only other trivia I think I have for this is that when I remember we watched Scott Pilgrim and like there's all these Street Fighter sound effects in it, and like there really isn't a lot of like Street Fighter sound effects. There are a lot of Street Fighter Alpha 3 sound effects. So you can hear the announcer and the KO is from Alpha 3 specifically.
Yeah. I wish
because
I'd grabbed
it
that
changed
one.
from game to game. KO.
I'm fairly certain I was elbowed violently in the theater, and either you or Henry leaned over and told me about it.
Because you hate the movie.
No, it's great. It's
Oh,
fun movie.
it's Dave Rudden, the guy who doesn't really hate anything, like who like hates Scott Pilgrim. I forget. I just assumed it was you.
I don't know. I liked it a
so.
bit.
So somebody was actually leaning over and saying, "That's from Street Fighter Alpha 3."
Yes, yeah. If you watch a movie in the theater with the Games Radar crew, that will happen.
Oh God.
Guess what?
Hey, I'm going to tell you about the origin of this in-joke we just saw.
No, nowadays it's just me and Carolyn. We watch the trailers, and a dog reacts to somebody falling down, and then we like elbow the shit out of each other until we're bruised.
Yeah, you have to
Just for fun?
It's something about like
you have to
something
pull
about
whiskey out and drink. We did that
Yeah,
once for
Old
a
Dogs.
shitlords.
Chills, yeah. Old dogs, yeah. When a dog
So
reacts
Old
in a
Dogs
movie,
is about old dogs reacting to people falling down?
It's about. That's one of the things it's about.
Okay.
Jeez, there's several things. Did you ever consider Seth Green as a karaoke master in Japan?
No.
Or Bernie Mac as the world's only human puppeteer?
Yes.
Or the
what
Boy
else?
Scouts holding a football game that only Robin Williams and John Travolta can play in
Yes, all the kids sit in the sideline during the
and
game.
watch. It's insane.
Watch two old men
Old Dogs
fall around a field.
Can you define sports marketing as a term, as a real job?
I define it as...
Perfect. Yes.
My favorite dog
And also...
reaction
It is that.
is the paw on the nose reaction. When
Ah,
they put
yeah.
that paw on their nose because you were
That
just that was shameful.
Yes.
Even the dog is embarrassed.
The
for
dog,
it.
the guy who licks his own nuts and eats his own shit is embarrassed by the way
Yeah.
you treated
Uh-huh.
your date.
Also,
Yes.
I would say that like that's our house rule. That's like what this condenses down to. When we watch a movie, when the animal
Yeah.
reacts to something that
Yeah.
a human has done and makes a noise or it cuts to the animal for a reaction, you have to drink, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah, it's
All right. That's established. That's for all of you listening as
That's
well.
canon. Yeah, you have
Yeah,
to read
it's
that from
canon.
now on.
It's canon. It's Vidjagame Apocalypse canon.
Number 2.